Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. You know what I learned the other day? That you can actually use a filter on your, hi how are you? I don't know, is that too much? I feel like that's too much. Oh, fuck it, who cares? Hey mama, how are you? Hi, I have Jana, Hallie, and Harriet. So nice to have you guys here. Waving. Hi. Hi, we fucking hate Donald Trump. It's nice to have you on too. Big fan of your channel, my friend. Hi, Maria. Nice to have you guys on too. I know you've got a lot of live to choose from nowadays, and we're glad you're here. I'm wondering, does your Instagram look like mine, where it's like so-and-so's live, so-and-so's live? Hi, Cameron. Nice to see you. It's almost insane. Like, everybody's going live. And because I think I'm the only person in the world that doesn't want a podcast, maybe this is my outlet, because, you know, I do love to hear myself talk. Hello, Cameron. Hi, Maria. We fucking hate Donald Trump. Your channel's hysterical. I'd like to get to know you personally and know what's behind it. Hey, Helen. Nice to have you. Welcome. We'll have Christina on in a second. I do love myself some Christina Wolfgram, and I am trying not to fangirl out on her because I knew her stuff before I knew her. So it's one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, please like me. I think you're so funny and you're so cool. And she's all of that. She's quite fantastic. And I think you're going to really enjoy spending some time with her. She makes me laugh. And for those of you that watched yesterday, I hope you enjoyed that time with Devin, because she is really quite a fantastic strategist, and I hope you guys learned a lot. Hey, Christina, hello. She's coming on. Usually takes like 5-6 seconds for them to connect.
Oh my God! Hi! Oh my, how are you so gorgeous right now? I was like, wow, what filter is that? I really was like, what filter is that? How dare you?
Oh my God.
I was like, I'll be fancy and put on chapstick.
Well, you're so stunning. We have so much to talk about.
I know, yeah.
I was just telling everyone that I'm kind of slightly intimidated by you, because I knew your work before I met you personally, and that I kind of fangirled out on you, and then we kind of became friends, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so cool. I'm the cool girls club. So it's just, you know.
No, we had the most fun day though.
Not
when we were like dancing in the street. That was so fun.
It was really fun. So guys, I met Christina because when I moved from San Francisco down to Los Angeles, I wanted to keep making my videos, and I posted on a Facebook channel called Inspired Women. And I think they have inspired women like of LA and Chicago. And I posted there like, I need a DP. And I think it was you that responded, hey, my boyfriend.
I didn't know this part of the story. I guess I forgot. Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
And then, so your fabulous boyfriend, Jordan, showed up. He's the one that shot all my videos for the last like year and a half. And he's like, you know, my girlfriend makes these kind of videos too. So I'm totally cool with your genre. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he showed me. I was like, oh, that's your girlfriend? Okay. I'm an asshole. Let's play an asshole. I am. Oh, that was fun.
That's so funny. Oh my God. And then I would only get to like hear about the video shoots like when you got home. So it was like, hey, I had the most fun day. I was like, oh, cool. I want to have a fun day.
Well, you can come. Well, we have two that we had to put aside, guys. We had this funny one for Lice Man, and we had this funny one for Jenny Craig, and we can't shoot any of them right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, let's see. Jenny Craig, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Laura Van Zee Taylor. Hey, Claudette Jean. Laura Van Zee. I love you. Okay, so we have so much.
I know. I don't even know where to start.
I want to let you talk about your podcast, because I did listen to the first one, and I have a lot of questions.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
But you tell me about like how you got there and why you started it. And it's just, I think personally, you found your podcast voice.
That means so much to me. Thank you.
I think you nailed it. So tell us like how that happened. Sobcast the podcast. I love the name, by the way.
Well, I was born depressed. No, honestly, like in the past 2 years, like I've always like kind of gone to therapy and been taking care of my mental health before I knew what the words like mental health meant. But I didn't really realize it was because I actually like have a mental illness. So I got diagnosed with depression, and it kind of like changed my point of view on like everything. And I was Googling, like I just wanted like videos of other people talking about it, and it was really hard to find, especially people talking about like being on medication and stuff. So I was like, oh, well, I want to do that. And I actually have like started, I was like, I knew I wanted it to be called Sobcast, and I think I tried to record it, like start it like a year ago, and I just was like it wasn't, I think I tried to make it really serious, and that doesn't feel right at all. So then like 2 months ago, a friend was like, I had this really good idea for you for a podcast. It's so crazy. I just have this like good name for it. And she was like, it's Sobcast. And I was like, no, that's the name I came up with. So I took that as a sign and like got to planning. So yeah, it's a podcast where I'm just exploring like what mental health even means.
Yeah. Hi, Robin. Nice to have you.
Hi, babies.
Hi, ladies. And so tell me what your depression feels like.
Well, on like a normal day, it will kind of feel like being on the edge of I've never been on the edge of a cliff, so I don't think I can compare it to that. But one time I went up on the Eiffel Tower, which was amazing, and I didn't realize I had a fear of heights until I like got up there. So I was like clinging to the wall, and on a really bad day, it just feels like I am a bad pancake, that like a burned pancake. It's really hard to get out of bed. Sometimes it's even hard to like speak. And before I had a diagnosis, I would go through my whole life and be like, what's causing this? And I would like make these big changes and kind of get a little like, sometimes I would like blow things up in my life just because I was like, just kind of trying to figure it out myself. And that makes depression worse.
Yeah. It so does. I describe it to my kids as a bubble maker. And I'm like, we go through our lives with this bubble maker, and your body's supposed to blow bubbles, and then you have bad days and you have good days, but it's always like this. When that bubble maker stops and those emotions crash, there's no like, just bug out of it. You've got a great life. Look, you you literally need to drive a wedge into that thing with medication, therapy, and exercise, all that trifecta of things to actually get that bubble machine working again.
Oh, I love that metaphor. Yeah.
And it was, I mean, did you feel scared?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Just because like the biggest thing that scared me was it just felt like the call was coming inside the house. Like if because like I was having thoughts like, oh, I'll just stay in bed for the rest of my life. Yeah. But my true being is like, no, I can't wait to do stuff. Like this sucks. So
right. Did you feel it go like this, or was it kind of a constant for you?
Well, the times when it was constant, I can kind of see like there was like a 1 month period a few years ago where it was very constant, but it's because I wasn't taking care of it, or I wasn't I was trying to like solve it instead of just work with it, if that makes sense. So
can I you don't have to share, but did you go on medication?
Yeah, I'm on 2 right now. I'm on 2 right now. You're on 3.
No.
Can I ask which ones?
No. I was saying you. Oh. How many am I on?
I can't even like read. I can't even tell.
I mean, it's the pandemic. We're all just doing the best we can.
Also, I have like, sorry if this is GM, I have like really bad period brain today. So it's like all the blood is like rushed from my brain to like my uterus. I don't know where I am right now, so.
I learned a lot about period cups from you.
That's like such an honor. Thank you. I love period cups. I highly recommend.
Do you?
I do.
Talk me through it. Oh,
Okay.
man, you can leave the channel at this point. But I don't think I understand them mechanically.
Okay, wait, I don't really, there's still some mystery about it. But to me, it's like really easy to put in. It's kind of like putting in a tampon.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, when I was like a kid and I first started using tampons, of course I'd feel it because I don't know. I just wasn't comfortable putting them in and stuff. So like the first few times I used it, I was like, I know it's there. It's gonna fall out. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But now that I'm used to it, I just like stick it in. And the thing that I really like about it is you can keep it in for 12 hours. So like it saves so much worry for me. And then I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but there's some kind of like suction action happening. So it stays in and you kind of have to pinch it and it undoes the suction. I don't know how, it's like magic. And you pull it out and it's just like filled with goo.
Fantastic.
I like it. I'm like, oh, I made that goo, but it's also not as much as I would think it is.
Oh, I made that. Hi, food bloggers. Just kidding. Is it like putting on your contacts? Do you have to like practice the pinch?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good way of comparing it. Yeah. Like the first time I did use a period cup, I had like these crazy long fake nails. It was so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. So I had to go get my nails like taken off before I could take it out.
You remember that episode in Sex and the City when she got her sponge wedged up there?
Yes.
She had to call her friend. She's like, you owe me a bottle of wine for this. That's my fear. That's my fear. Hey, Lee Bob. Oh my God. I'm going to have to call you and be like, Christina, you have to come over. And then we will be bonded forever.
I'll have like a pitcher's mitt. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah. The eye shield and the mask. That'll come in common.
But something else I really like about the period cup is that, like, because it's silicone, it doesn't absorb any of your natural fluids. So I have very irregular periods, like not to brag, but like I'll like feel crummy for a couple days. I'm like, why do we feel so crummy? And then I'll just like period in my pants and be like, oh. So I've ruined like a lot of underwear like that. And with the period cup, I can like have it in even when I'm not bleeding yet.
And you can sleep in it.
And you can sleep in it, you can swim in it. Yeah.
Do you wash it out if it's made of silicone? It's reusable?
It's reusable. You just, I have this soap from Lunette, which is like my favorite company. There are so many different, you know, oh my gosh, hi! There are so many different options, but this soap smells so good. It smells like eucalyptus and it's just really gentle, like any gentle soap. And then after you finish your cycle, you boil it. You put it in boiled water.
I don't know what to say about that. I think you've actually rendered me speechless.
It's like a hot dog. You just...
Okay. You know about the coronavirus. If you make me laugh too hard, I might collapse alone.
Oh, no. I'll get serious.
Okay. Priya says, despite the current chat about period cups, Christina, I have a virtual crush on you. I know, who doesn't? She's fantastic.
Oh my God, and Harmonica Blues is here. Monica's here. She's my favorite.
Hello, Harmonica Blues. Everybody follow Harmonica Blues.
Yes. I had no idea period cups were this wild.
I know. I mean, Your videos about them, by the way, are they a sponsor of yours, or is this just something that you do?
It started out as not a sponsor, just like a fan. Like I was making like fan art for them. And then it turned into a sponsor, like a partnership, which has been amazing because I want to support them any way I can.
Oh, well, tell the brand name for all of those that.
Oh, it's Lunette Cup. Lunettee.
Oh, hi, Lunette Cup.
Some Lunette, what's up?
Well, that went in a different direction than I thought that was going to go. But that's why we do this. There's no structure.
Live TV, baby.
So usually, I was telling Christina this morning, when I started these last week, I'd have these very long, extensive, like pre-chats with the people I was having on. And I found that they became a little templated. But my favorite part of his interview was at the end where we're like, okay, we got through our list. Now let's just catch up. And I finally just decided I don't want to go through like I just want to talk to you and laugh because you make me laugh.
I know. So we just kind of skidded on the surface this morning and now we're real deep.
Yeah. The one thing, let's just keep it dark and gross while we're doing it. The one thing when I listened to your podcast this morning, it was like, I didn't realize you kind of had IBS.
I guess, well, I think I might have IBS-C, and the C stands for constipation. Yeah, I found that out by, like, WebMD, which is terrifying. So I definitely have to talk to my doctor about it, because I haven't. But, yeah, learning so much.
So much about you, my friend, because I have the opposite. I have diarrhea all the time.
That's very common.
Yeah, and you have constipation. I would kill for constipation.
I'm not gonna say I'd kill for diarrhea.
No, you picked the right train track. Stay on your track. It's literally once. Okay, we're gonna go here.
Yes.
It was Christmas. I had two kids in the backseat, both in rear-facing car seats. We're going over the Golden Gate Bridge, and if you have IBS, my friends, you know what it's like. Like, it's DEFCON 3, the buzzer goes off, it's Chernobyl, you have 3 minutes to get to a bathroom. I don't care where you are, I don't care what you're doing. My husband's like, we're on the bridge. And I was like, I don't care, you have to pull over. He's like, I physically can't pull over. And I'm looking around like, what am I gonna do? I had a thing of cookies for the Christmas party. Out the window they go. I go all the way into the back of the minivan. I crap into the Tupperware, put the lid back on it. The kids are traumatized because they're facing backwards. They're like, what is mommy doing? What's that smell? My husband's like, look away, look away. And then you're driving with the Tupperware full of shit. And you're like, I don't know. Do I have to go to like a special disposal place? Is this toxic? I don't know. I think we found the dumpster. So
oh my God. That's really brave of you, though.
No, I think that's no bravery.
No, I think you did a really good job because I don't know. I might have just pooped my pants and then been like, did you still go to the party?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's like incredible. That's incredible because like if I have like a tummy ache, I'm like, I can't do anything today. But like I feel like, and I have a few friends who also get diarrhea, especially when it's like a high anxiety thing. And so I've seen them like have massive diarrhea and then like go on stage somewhere. I'm like, how do you do it?
You're like, I go back to bed. I'm going back to bed for a week.
Incredible. I think it's amazing.
I don't think so. But I'm only inspired because you shared that so bravely and valiantly on your podcast. So everyone check out Sobcast the podcast because
this is my dream coming true.
This is
so we can all talk about our poo.
We can all talk about poo. And the thing I think you need to know, my friend, is that Laura's like, you guys are attracting some men with weird fetishes.
we can't help that.
You would love Laura. Laura directed Maris, the documentary about the yoga girl that got on net. Her first documentary out of the gate gets picked up by Netflix. So
oh my God, amazing! Congrats!
I know she's really quiet. Laura, I'm shouting your praises, lady. I love you. And now poop knife. Have you ever heard of poop knife? Okay.
Go on.
I saw this article about this family that took giant poops, like baby arm poops, and they had a poop knife that you would go and you would chop it up so it could flush down the toilet. And then he thought every family had a poop knife.
Oh my God.
So he went to his friend's house once and he pooped and he comes out and goes, "Hey guys, where's your poop knife?" And they all were like, "What are you talking about?"
Was it a real knife, like a kitchen knife?
Yeah, he said it was like a big knife. They kept it in the laundry room. He goes, "Now that I look back on it, like, what the fuck was my family thinking?" It was, but it's brave men like that share the weird shit that we all are better for.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, my throat hurts from laughing.
And you're not drinking right now, you said.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been drinking for like over a year and a half. And
Explain.
like during quarantine has been the first time where I've been like, I would like a drink or 7 now.
Why'd you quit? Is that too personal?
No. There were kind of 2 reasons. One, I was starting Lexapro, which is for depression. Yep. And one of the side effects is that alcohol can affect you like real bad, I guess. Or that's like what my doctor said. I think also though, she was like, "How many drinks do you have a week?" And I was like 10. She was like, "A week, not like a month." And I was like, like last night. So the other reason was that I love alcohol and I would drink it a lot. So
okay.
We had this like gigantic bottle of tequila that my boyfriend won at a Christmas like white elephant. And so he got it at Christmas, and then like at the end of January I like poured the last bit of it and I was like, "I can't believe this is almost done." Like he was like, "I've only had 1 drink out of that." I was like, "I have a problem." But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of almost an experiment. Like I kind of want to see how long I can go.
I'm
like,
proud of you. That's really, really impressive.
But how has drinking been in quarantine? Like, tell me all about it.
I finally got my taste for alcohol back like 2.5 weeks ago.
Right, because you've been pretty sick.
Yeah, and I didn't. The thought of it just was like, oh God. I don't know. Maybe because you lose your sense of taste and smell that it doesn't. I don't know. Or your body's so broken it doesn't want it. No, it's smarter than you, and it's like, bitch, don't put that in my body. But so there's this local place. It's called the Tin Roof Bistro. Shout out. And they will deliver hand mixed cocktails to you in a little quart thing and bring it to your door.
That's so sweet.
We should go because you're in Los Feliz. Where are you? Well, you're in New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm in Silver Lake technically, but
okay.
Like 2-minute drive.
If you want to pop over to Tin Roof Bistro, we will have bourbon. Well, I'll drink bourbon sours and then you can make fun of me.
And I'll support you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun.
Can we also talk about my obsession with your gorgeous hair? Go.
Bless you. I have just been like, I think this is like day 12 of like not washing it.
Are you a hair model though? Because your feed has so much gorgeous hair stuff. I'm in all sincerity. Are you a hair model?
Thank you. I kind of am.
Yeah.
I should be more proud of that. I have been a hair model and it has been some of the best experiences ever. Just because people like put art on my head, because I used to have hair down to my like almost my butt.
Wow.
So, and it was bleached. So they like people would look at me from the back and just be like, canvas. And I'd be like, did I take it? Whatever you want. But eventually it got way too damaged. So I had to cut it all off. And now I'm like I want to be like a Play-Doh person and just like push hair out. It's been really hard not to just dye my hair, like stress dye it in quarantine.
Well, so many people are. I know 4 people personally that are like, I'm bored, I'm dyeing my hair. I'm like, great.
Did it work out?
No. None of them are on this podcast right now, so I don't have to tell them.
Do they know? Do they know it didn't work?
I think in their soul they know.
I've been there.
It's not my job to tell them. Oh, I'm sure they look at me with my like eyelashes that are like on my Botox and my fake boobs. They're like, what's happening? I'm like, it's quarantine. I think we all just need to get out of this and not speak of it again.
Wait, what was that?
I think we need to get out of quarantine and then just not speak of this time again. Everyone gets a pass.
The time we do not speak of.
Pass on the eyebrows. Some guy wants you to donate your hair.
Oh, it's too short.
No.
It's too short. I used to do that all the time. And also they don't take dyed hair. And as a very, very unnatural blonde, it's never not dyed.
I don't even know. Well, I think it's like, it's something back here.
Oh, it's like a dark blonde though.
Yeah.
Like, how long does it take to get it done when you get it done?
I'm in and out of there with a color and a cut and a blow dry in about 2 hours.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but my old takes 6. It was a whole day.
Whoa.
Which I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, the one thing we haven't gotten to.
Yes, tell me everything.
Let's talk about you being this video darling of the internet. Like, you kind of reigned the internet for quite a long time. So let's talk about your experience through Hello Giggles and was it BuzzFeed? Like, I want to tell us the story and how you got there and advice for those of us that want to continue to grow.
Well, actually, I started making videos on my own, and I actually got into it because a friend of mine did YouTube and she wanted someone to write parody songs for her. So that's where I started. And then I saw, the back end of it and was like, oh, I could do that too. That looks fun. And I just made like really crappy videos in my basement. And then I applied to work at BuzzFeed and they were like, nah.
They're lost. Big mistake.
No, it's okay. It all worked out because then I applied for an internship at Hello Giggles and also got rejected for that. I think I wanted it too bad.
Yeah.
But the editor I met when I was interviewing, we really hit it off, and she was like, I could like throw you a post every so often. And I was like, yes, please. Because when you're a freelance internet writer, I mean, some of those websites only pay like $25 a post, and it can take hours to write. Especially I get really like fixated on stuff, so I want to take a million years to do it. So I started writing for them, and I loved their voice because they were really just like all about, like they weren't trying to reach everyone. They were just trying to reach young women and give them the news straight up and write in a way that they would understand and that would appeal to them and make them feel seen. And I just, that was like my goal in life. And then eventually they were getting, it was a startup, but then they got bought by Time Inc. and they had a little bit of a budget to bring me on to just like try some videos.
Dream job.
What was that?
Dream job.
It was really, I called my parents. I was like, I got my dream job, you guys. And they wanted a daily news video, which I don't know. So it was kind of an impossible task. I had like a camera from Craigslist, and I would like set up in they had a closet that was pretty soundproof, and for like a month I made really crappy daily news videos, and at the end of the month they were like, we can't keep you on, like no offense, but these videos suck. And I was like, I know they suck, like can I try something else, like just before you fire me, like next week can I just try something else? And they're like, oh, okay. and I made a video about how horrible it is to have periods, and the audience, their audience loved that because that was exactly what they were going through. And so then eventually I came on full time, and that was like a really, I mean, that really was like a dream job. It was really cool.
Oh, I know. I mean, I remember your stuff. It was everywhere. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, two questions.
Yeah.
What was kind of the one that you remember the most, and which is the one that kind of went the most viral?
Ooh. I think the one I remember the most is actually the one that went the most viral, which is when I'm drinking wine and pretending like I know what's going on.
That one was hysterical.
That means so much to me.
And like, I don't know if you get this as a female comedian. I get guys be like, "You wrote that?" And you're like, "Yeah, I fucking wrote that." Like,
yeah.
They still
and
are
I
like,
edited it, bitch.
Yeah, like, started writing edit.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole. She says it's her favorite too.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
It was so funny. I think that and your eye trying to do your cat wing or your either one of those. And you're so photogenic too. Like,
oh, bless.
I just feel like I don't know if is acting in your goal on your vision board, because with your face, I feel like you need to kind of do more stuff.
I'm like the worst at vision boarding ever. I go with the flow so hard that like I don't even know like what's going on, which isn't, I'm trying to just accept that, like that's my personality. But I think you'll find this funny. I actually for like a hot second worked with like an acting manager because I was like, maybe I could do like commercials and like make money or something because I don't make any money on the internet. Yeah. And he would send me on these auditions for like teenagers. Okay. So I would show up to the audition and like, the whole room would be like really cute, like 18-year-old girls, like who are probably like have 1 million followers on Instagram and have like a beautiful butt and like the hair and like, and I was like 8 feet tall and had like so bad. My voice was like down here, like
with your period cup. You're like,
yeah,
ladies.
Yeah, I should send you also some of the self tapes I did. Like, I did one for a movie where I just found this recently. The scene was like this person realizes her brother's dead. I'm not sorry, it's not funny. This teenager finds out that her brother is dead. And in the audition, I think I don't know how to cry. So I go like, he's dead. So I don't know if it's in the cards for me, but I'll never say never.
Please find out.
It's so bad.
I haven't laughed as hard in like 2 months. I'm so grateful. Do you get recognized like when you go out on the street? Are people like, you're that girl? Well, this brother died.
Actually, I have like one story that I think sums my experience up very well. My first ever video had gone like super viral. It was actually that eyeliner video, and like everyone in the Hello Giggles office was like really really nice about it, and like they were like, oh my god, like this is it, like you've made it. I got like texts from like my friends from back home in Maryland, and they were like, I just saw your video, like I can't wait to see your movies, all this stuff. So I was like, oh, I didn't expect this. This is like really cool, way cooler than I thought. Like wow. And I went to like a bar to meet my friend, and I was like walking around looking for her, and this guy like caught my eye, and he was like, oh my God, it's you. And I was like, yes, it's me from the eyeliner video. I was like, thank you so much for like, do you want my autograph? And he was like, Kelly. I was like, no,
No.
I'm not your Tinder date. I'm so sorry. So that pretty much explains it like 100%.
But at least you kind of got recognized.
Yeah, totally.
And my favorite is, oh my God, your videos went so viral. You must make so much money. I'm like,
wait, yeah, do people say that to you?
yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't think you know how Facebook works.
I'm like, did you pay to watch it? And they're like, no, it was free. I'm like,
Yeah. Did I
yeah, that's hard. Because also, I feel like there's this weird thing on the internet where you're supposed to make it look effortless or something. And like YouTubers especially, I feel like are sometimes get more attention because they somehow have all this money. And I'm like, how?
Yeah. What? And then I'm like, lay down with my crumpled vision board and go, where did I go wrong? Why didn't I just start unboxing things?
Slowly tailing off.
Yeah. And that's what people tell me. Like, well, if they say, do you recommend going into like viral videos? I'm like, well, first of all, you could never tell which video is going to go viral.
No.
I've made some of the stuff that I have bought the funniest crap. Like Laura's on the phone if she's still on. We did this thing which was a parody of Poltergeist the movie because she was getting a pool put into her backyard, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're having a pool put in your backyard? We are reenacting Poltergeist. And she was like, what the fuck? Go with me. So it was her idea to turn it into a musical.
Oh my God.
Never had so much fun in my life. Never laughed harder. It was like, we're both winning Oscars for this.
Oh, totally, yeah.
I think it's gotten cumulatively over 5 years, 800 views.
But still, like, can you imagine 800 people in a room? So many people. So many people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, imagine 800 people clapping. It's crazy. Like, the internet just, I've been, like, I left Hello Giggles, like a year ago in February. And since then, I feel like I've been undoing all these knots of, like, expectation and, like, just my warped, like, kind of jadedness because, like, if you think about 800 people in a room, that's incredible. Like, it's something I think you should totally be proud of. And it's so easy for me to say that to you, and I see you as so talented, and so, like, that is a huge achievement. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, beat you. You suck.
Well, she's talking about this unraveling of knots. I find that very interesting.
Yeah. Well, there were a few things that kind of accumulated. I was at Hello Giggles for maybe like 2.5 years and made about usually a video a week for like every week. So it was so many. And I mean, the odds of them going viral, like you said, like I'd have weeks and weeks where like no one would watch it. I'd be like, this is the best idea, and then put tons of work into it. And it was so much work. Like I would see people at BuzzFeed who have like 3 interns and like they have like a writing team and they have a producer and a director and all this stuff. And even though like I love how I would do the videos, it was just me and a camera person. It definitely all of a sudden I can only describe it as burnout. All of a sudden I was like, I have ideas and I can't, even if it's the best idea in the world, I can't look at myself anymore. I don't want to hear my voice anymore. Like it just like got too much. And also I started being responsible for producing other videos, like the food videos that you watch where it's like from above and it's like someone's hands and stuff. And the way the internet works, we were making things like pickle milkshake. I'm like, mayonnaise on a plate. I don't know.
You don't even have to go on past mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise. Bring mayonnaise. So even though I know how hard those videos are to make, and they're extremely hard to make well. Unfortunately, like a lot of these big companies make it look extremely easy, but they have money, they have the budget to keep redoing things, and they have equipment, like very special equipment for all that stuff. And kind of seeing like what would go really viral, it would be like, okay, I made this like really like kind of important video to me about like how women should stop like saying sorry, but this pickle milkshake like totally crushed it.
Yeah.
You know, which isn't a bad thing, and honestly like I think I've been pretty used to it, but there was a point where I just hit a wall.
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to undo that. I honestly don't even know how I should name the knots, but it's like, oh, your self-worth isn't numbers, and like there's like other kinds of success other than just like a lot of people seeing your video, or like even and now I'm sure you're maybe feeling, I guess I shouldn't assume, but maybe you're feeling the same way. Like I'm seeing so much funny content about this situation and I've got nothing. I got nothing. And I'm like, in the past I would have forced myself, but now I'm like, I don't think I have anything to let. I mean, this has been the most reflective day, so.
Well, I think that, I mean, you and I have both taken screenwriting classes, and I think you got your master's in.
Yeah, I have a master's in professional writing.
Yeah. And the one thing is that whatever medium that you're writing for, TV, internet, people smell inauthenticity. And to when you're an extrovert and a creator like you and I are, that well of authentic stuff isn't always full. You kind of have to, it kind of comes in spurts and stuff. And when I'm talking to my clients about, you know, I do video strategy for clients and they want to put you on an hourly rate, I'm like, that doesn't work for me, because I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to be at, 4 p.m. doing something else. Like, this is, just for all of you out there that are freelance writers, like I've just found for me, that's a better way to go when I am contracting with clients to do that, because it just goes like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
flat rate.
Nana Cole says, you and Mr. make me smile. Yes, we do love Mr.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Mr.
He's a handsome guy.
He's so beautiful.
And you panicked me this morning. You're like, I'm in New Mexico. I'm like, wait, is the cat with you? Where's the cat? Do I need to drive over and feed the cat?
He thinks he owns this house now, so it's fine.
Wait, is it a rental? Like, what did you guys do?
No, we're with my boyfriend's mom.
Oh,
yeah, we had planned a trip like already, and then we left for the trip thinking we'd be back in a week, and it's been like 6 weeks.
Is she as lovely as Jordan is?
Oh, even more. Yeah, she's the best.
I swear to God, that man is like a perfectionist, kind, thoughtful.
Genius.
Yeah, I think he's kind of a genius. Like one day, a guy had known him for like 4 months. He goes, oh yeah, did I tell you I'm a lawyer? I was like, what?
I know. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're not going to be cute and creative and a lawyer. Like, that's not fair. And then the last time we were together, I kind of teased this in our promo. He was like, I probably should go home. I'm like, fine. You want a glass of wine? He's like, yeah. And 1 glass came to 2 glasses, went to 3. And I could see him kind of just doing this. I'm like, Jordan, do you want to try my weighted blanket? It's really relaxing. And he's like, this is fantastic. I have to take it home to Christina.
And now it's still in my house, like in Los Angeles.
I think I'm just gonna gift it to you at this point.
No. I just want to get my own and give you back yours, because you like help me discover. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there's a science behind why that works, but the weighted blanket is a game changer.
Okay, make up a science thing right now.
Wait, what? A science thing? It blocks out all the bad energy, the bad atoms.
Yeah, maybe because it reminds us of the time we played in the ball pits and the ball. Like, I don't know.
Chakras aligning and such. That's not scientific. I don't know what I'm saying.
We didn't go to medical school.
No. I practically like paid for the equivalent of medical school.
Okay, I think we're at time, and I don't want to end this because
Oh
this is
no.
the best hour of.
It's been an hour?
Well, what time is it? I'm really bad
I
about
don't
this.
know. I have no idea what time it is.
I unplugged my clock 2 weeks ago, and I
That's
haven't
so
plugged it
smart.
back in because my kids are 14 and 16. Fuckers both signed up for zero period, so I've been getting up at 6 for the past, 6
What is
months.
zero period?
It's a cup, and you pinch it. What?
You're so fast. Oh man, I can't.
It's like I think 7:15 to 7:55. So you can take a period before regular school starts if you want to go into accelerated classes, or sometimes they're elective classes. But they are not driving yet, so this girl gets to get up and drive them.
I am so sorry.
Please,
And I mean this like in the nicest way, but your kids are nerds.
Fucking overachievers. I'm like, she's like, today, one of them is at least. The other one, I don't know. But she's like, Mom, I only have a 4.6.
What? How do you get 4.6? How do you even get the extra 6?
I was giving blowjobs or counting crow tickets. I think you're fine. Okay.
Oh my gosh. It must be so hard to be a kid right now.
I do. I think it's 16 and 14 when your main currency is what your friends think of you and how your friends and your interactions, and to have that not be part of your life right now is very hard. And of course, they're home and I'm over their shoulder on their Zoom and what's your agenda today? And so it's a different dynamic that neither one of us are used to. And I'm not going to say I'm good at it. I don't think I actually am good at it.
I think as someone who's never had a child and has no experience, so is obviously an expert, I think just the fact that you care, like, makes you awesome. Because some people don't care, like, at all. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Are those the people out with signs protesting that we should go out?
They care, but about the wrong shit.
Wow. We promised we would not do politics. I shan't.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We're not doing it because it's bad.
Not doing it.
Well, yeah, I think the theory of childbearing is if you just love them more than anything, they'll turn out okay. If they know that you love them and that they're your priority, all that other stuff is just noise.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a gift. Like that's like the ultimate gift you can give. God.
Hey, let's go back to your Lexapro thing. Did you ever try Paxil?
No, I was on Lexapro for a while and then I added Wellbutrin.
But that's not a antidepressant, is it? I thought that was for colds.
Wellbutrin?
No? Yeah, see, not a doctor. Don't know.
Have you ever taken Wellbutrin for your colds?
I have not.
I think that would make you really jittery.
Okay.
It's definitely an upper.
What is it? Okay, explain, because I clearly don't know what it is.
Well, Lexapro is for like depression and anxiety, so it like definitely really helped. Like, I feel like it gave me like a few seconds before the spiral to decide like, is this worth spiraling over? So sometimes I would still spiral.
Okay.
But I had a little time to put the brakes on.
I like that.
It was kind of life-changing. But then I had like a real bad depression period. I guess it was in the fall into like the winter, where I just couldn't get out of it. And when I talked to my doctor, when I like went to the doctor and was like, I guess Wellbutrin is just for depression. So it was just that little bit of, so I think they work together, at least for me. I'm not sure. I'm terrified. I don't want to like change anything because I feel good. So I don't want to like go off one.
I'm so happy for you, my friend. If you do find that thing that works for you, that's a gift in itself.
What does Paxil do? Paxil sounds like a pre-workout drink to me.
It is not. Because I did the Paxil Lexapro dance for a while. And it gives you can't really tell, but I gained 12 pounds in 4 weeks on top.
Oh, that would be hard, yeah.
And I've never been able to get it off. And I remember thinking, hi, I'm depressed and now I'm fat. Like,
this is not fair.
How did this pass clinical trials?
Totally. I think I gained, I think, probably 10 pounds on Lexapro. And they were like, it's not supposed to make you gain weight. So I was like, oh, okay.
No, there was, and Paxil gives you diarrhea. Well, I had the diarrhea before, but I don't, so.
You've already been blessed in that department.
Thank you, Paxil. But I did look it up and they said in 10% of patients, you get what they've called the Paxil tire. And it is this thing right around your middle. And so that's why I can't fit in pants.
No, but like, what is the scientific reason for that? Like, that's so.
Hi, Inga. Hi. Meg is telling us about Dr. Can I go back? Dr. Amen. He knows everything about the brain. Oh, I love that stuff.
Oh, cool. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my day, probably.
Well, Christina, do you have this thing where you like, if I could clone myself and have this parallel life, do you have like any of those, like, in my other life, I'm doing this?
Yeah, I think.
What are you doing?
I'm like at least trying to be on Broadway.
Are you singing and dancing, or are you doing more of the drama stuff?
Definitely just singing. I wish I could dance.
Can you sing?
I mean, I love to sing, and when I was in high school, it was just like my whole life, and then it was like a very big kind of a two roads diverged in a college wood or whatever. You know, things work out because, I mean, being on the internet, I still get to feel like I'm performing in a lot of ways. So
yeah.
What about you?
Okay, wait. 2 favorite musicals, go.
Oh no. Okay.
I know it's tough.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I'll give you 3 because sometimes you have to. There's always that third one.
Oh no, 3 is harder. Okay.
Well, but what? I don't want to make this difficult for you.
Okay, right now, I think I love Kinky Boots so much.
So good.
Kinky Boots is so good. I just watched Phantom of the Opera, so it's like at the front of my brain. It just was so good. But I wouldn't say that's one of my favorite musicals. I just know every single word to it. It's comforting. And then I love Sunday in the Park with George. It's like
good. A Sondheim. I mean, yes, Kinky Boots, Mamma Mia. I've never seen Sunday in the Park with George. I'm embarrassed to say that.
It's not like the popular one. It's not like The Cool Kid. It's not.
Well, it's Mandy Patinkin and Bernadette Peters, right? Doing Sondheim, right? Yeah. Okay. So I just have never.
There's a PBS like recording of it, and I don't know where it is now because it used to just be on YouTube, but it's gone. I'll find it for you, and it's the best version of it ever.
Please send that plus your fake dying brother tape. Yes.
Done and done. Do you like musicals?
Do you like Love Never Dies? I haven't. No, I've never heard of that one. And Wicked and Hamilton. Yes, Inga, for sure. Can't go wrong.
Love Never Dies is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly how I feel. I've never listened to it, and I don't think I ever will, because I'm just like, that's okay.
Is Requiem for a Dream in Love Never Dies?
Ooh, I don't know.
That is one of my favorite haunting songs. For some reason, Simon, if you know that, let me know. It's called Requiem for a Dream. It's gorgeous. And I think Sarah Brightman sang it, so I think it's in my brain that it's from Love Never Dies.
Oh, no, I think Love Never Dies was way after Sarah Brightman. Oh. Like, it was like in the last, 10 years, maybe.
Okay, so again, don't know what I'm talking about.
No, because I'm still trying to get over the shock. Like, I'm like, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
I trusted you.
What happened? I would say, this is going to shock a lot of people. Groundhog Day. Came out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it. Saw it on Broadway with the original cast. Liked it. Went home the next day, listened to it again. Next day, listened again. By the 5th time, I'm like, I think this is a genius musical. Now,
Wait, which musical was it?
it's called Groundhog Day, like based on the movie with Bill Murray.
Oh.
Now there is in my term spectrum, there is Hamilton.
Well, no one can be Hamilton.
No one can be Hamilton. Yeah. Then I think there is Something Rotten.
So good. Oh, it's so good.
Q and Book of Mormon. Like, in terms of just satirical, ridiculous lyrics, it's just absolutely brilliant. And then on kind of the dark side, I would say Hedwig and the Angry Inch is another just...
Oh, I love it. So good.
It's so
now you're making me regret all my answers.
No, I don't want you to regret. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. It's just, and I think musicals, especially lyrics, they hit you at different times in your life and they mean different things to you. And you can see a musical in your 20s and see it in your 30s and see it in your 40s, and it takes on a whole different meaning. Yeah. And I think the good ones do that to you. They kind of just grow and mean different things.
Totally.
If anyone knows anyone at Quibi, I'm writing a show right now that I think would be perfect for the Quibi network.
I hope they're like, I agree. Yeah. Get this lady on Quibi.
It's all about lyrics and song lyrics and how they have such different meanings to different people, and it's a deconstruction of that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, I want Kiss from Lips Both My Heart. Try that again.
I think they want to be making out with themselves, which is cool. Support.
What makes you happy makes us happy. Okay.
You forgot cats.
No, you guys not forget cats. We have all tried to block cats out of our memory.
And I tried to like it, honestly. I can't do it.
Did you see it?
I did. I volunteered to write something about it at the Pantages. So like,
I'm talking about the movie. What are you talking about?
Oh, Cats the musical. Oh, I'm not gonna see Cats the movie.
That's why I was like, well, you're the one person that showed up. Bless your heart, and you're 875.
No, I'm not that devoted.
Well, you know what I'm inspired? Here's what we need to do. You and I need to write our own musical.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Let's do it about depression and pills and pooping on bridges and poop knives. And
pooping on bridges.
And wiping your ass with leaves. Thank you. And
the Tony Award goes to...
Okay, if we ever win a Tony, though, we only have 2 minutes remaining.
Whoa. Ooh, we're breaking Instagram. Love it.
So everyone, thank you for your patience. I am trying to figure out how to download these things. I have got the Chrome extension, but it pulls down the video and the audio in separate files, and I have to marry them together, and I don't know how to do that. So I'm figuring it out. Be patient. We'll figure it out. Are we going to call our musical Raspberry Lip Smackers? Of course.
Yes.
We shall name it Raspberry Lip Smackers.
I'm sure there will be no legal consequences for that.
None at all. Remember when they were big and you just were like...
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I had a keychain one. It was disgusting.
And it would melt and it congeal and then melt and it congeal.
Yeah. It was sparkly grape. Like literally the worst flavor.
Sparkly grape.
And I put it on and it would leave a gray matter.
But then during the middle of the day you go, that tastes pretty good.
And then I wonder why I have poop issues. It's crazy.
But so all that wax, maybe it all just kind of settled in your colon and it's all back together. Well, hey, Nicole, we love you both. Oh, my G. Oh, my God. Thank you. Love you. Inga, thanks for sticking with us. For everybody that came on. This has been one of my favorite shows.
Please invite me back. This was so fun.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, let's do it again. Okay. Tell your man I said hello and that I miss him and I can't wait to work with him again.
Okay.
Thanks for this. Love you, Christina. You both have
love you. Oh, thank you for coming over here. Oh.
Simon. You have a lot of great followers. Okay, we got
They're the
5
best
more.
people in the world.
Let's count it down. 5, 4,
4,
3.